As we mentioned in the unit on early American theater, the art of directing is relatively new to the process of theater. However, in its short lifespan, directing has become invaluable to the production of plays in modern times. The director serves as the artist upon whose vision the performance of the play is pursued. In this way, the director serves as what has been referred to as the auteur, or the individual who has control over all the elements of production. Naturally, different directors respond differently to the control they have over a production. Most often, directors will allow members of their team to respond creatively to the directorial vision and, as a result, create a true collaborative work of art. In this unit, we will take a look at the traditional responsibilities required of a director, the standard technique most directors employ when putting together a play production, and the overall process that is required to bring a play production from its conception to opening night. The first important responsibility of a director is to select the script of a play he wishes to produce. Often, the director will produce a play that has a story or theme about which the director has a personal affinity. Then, the director must translate this response into a design for the theater. This design begins with what is referred to as a production concept, or a directorial concept. The production concept is a unifying theme or vision that the director has for the play production. The ability to conceive and design a strong production concept prepares the director to communicate all of the elements of the production to his cast, crew, and designers. A director considers what it is about the script that moved him or her. Then, how will this intangible response be put into a tangible artistic form? If you recall, we discussed the director's concept when we covered the art of scene design. In that discussion, we said that many directors organize their production concept around a metaphor. In this concept, a metaphor is a single idea, phrase, or image that is used to represent the basic feelings and ideas the director wishes to convey with the production. This creates a single ruling idea around which members of the production team will be able to organize the myriad of details that go into a play production. Let's see how this might work. Oscar Wilde's play, The Importance of Being Earnest, is a charming, witty comedy that crosses into the absurd. As a result, the characters respond to their ridiculous circumstances in a giddy manner. In this case, a director may use champagne as a metaphor around which his cast, crew, and designers may organize their work. The cast will pursue their roles with the effervescence of champagne. The designers may use this image to affect the choices they make regarding the line, mass, texture, ornament, and color of their designs. From this, you can see how the use of a metaphor can allow a theater company to make individual creative choices while creating a single, unified work of art. Another aspect that the director wants to convey in his production concept is the overall style of the play. Does he want to style the action and images of the play in a theatrical or realistic manner? In what time period will the play be set? Is it a play that takes place in the present time, or will it be necessary to set the play in a specific time period at all? Does the action take place in a specific locale, or can the action take place in a fantasy world? From our play readings this semester, we can assume that the play Master Harold and the Boys would require the play to be performed in the year 1955. The political conditions of that time in South Africa are central to the action of the play. It would also be necessary to set the action of Brighton Beach Memoirs in the United States during the Depression. One may believe that Romeo and Juliet should be set in Shakespeare's time, but this isn't necessarily the case. Many fine productions of the play have been set in time periods different than the original production. In fact, You may be familiar with a very successful film version of the play featuring Leonardo DiCaprio, which set Romeo and Juliet in the present time. Once the directorial concept of the play has been set, the director will set about the task of coordinating the designers of the production by laying out his concept at the all-important production meeting. We discussed this process in detail when we spoke about the process of design. Also, the director is responsible for casting the play production. Casting is the process of looking at several actors and selecting those actors to whom he or she believes will best fill the roles required by the play based on the production concept. This is a process that is known as auditioning. Auditions may involve having the actors read a scene from the play or performing from prepared material. The auditioning process is determined by the director and varies from director to director. Once the initial screening of actors has been done in the audition process, the director may wish to conduct what is referred to as callbacks. Callbacks are additional auditions where the director will take a closer look at a few actors in specific roles. This will allow him to see how potential actors respond to the material with which they may be working. Once the auditions have finished, the director goes through the process of casting. The completion of this process often results in what is referred to as the cast list. The cast list is a document that is posted in the theater and is sometimes mailed to all of those who audition that reveals the official cast of the play. After these important responsibilities have been completed, the director then faces the task of organizing and conducting rehearsals. We will take a close look at how the director plies his craft in rehearsals in a later section. The director's responsibilities to the rehearsal process represent the most time-consuming part of his or her responsibilities to the play production. In the next section, we will take a look at the art of play directing. How does the director serve as the eyes and ears of a play production? How does his efforts put the main art object of theater, dramatic action, into its best light? And how does this central artist in the process of theater coordinate the efforts of his cast, crew, and put together a technically proficient and aesthetically pleasing play production? For now, it's time to go to your task for this section. Once you've finished, be sure to come back and we will continue our discussion of the art of stage direction.